What guarantees are you giving to the people of Nagorno-Karabakh that you're going to protect them, given the hostilities that they've seen and suffered?
People of Nagorno-Karabakh, community of Armenian descent who live there, they are our citizens. We made very clear commitments, including international commitments, that their rights will be protected. There is, so far, we delivered humanitarian aid, we delivered fuel, as requested by our counterparts. And what we expect is that the Armenians living in Nagorno-Karabakh, Karabakh region, those who are actually from there, the locals, they will become citizens of Azerbaijan. That's our offer. Of course, we cannot keep anybody by force, but they're very welcome to stay there.
We've got some picture that we've just had in of refugees leaving. Armenia says that you're planning ethnic cleansing.
That's completely untrue. First of all, you don't offer food and fuel to people who you want to ethnically cleanse. You don't do it. Nobody does that. Second, it is Armenia that committed ethnic cleansing in the 1990s. The reason the only Armenians living in Karabakh region of Azerbaijan today is because Armenians ethnically cleansed everybody else. It was a diverse region before 1990s, but now no Azerbaijanis live there. But we don't want to do what they did to us. What we want to do, we want to integrate that community into the diverse fabric of Azerbaijani society. It's not easy. By the way, some of the people who are living in accordance with an agreement of a ceasefire. Those are members and family members of the Armenian forces illegally stationed in Azerbaijan. Now, the Armenian side will, of course, deny that. But it's an agreement signed including Azerbaijani side, the Russian peacekeeping side, and the Armenian separatists. They all agreed that Armenian forces will leave. Of course, that includes their families as well.
What about those Armenian men who have now put down their weapons, who have stopped fighting? What guarantees can you give them, given the violence of the past? We
have three groups of people, we could say there. One is the Armenian military of the Republic of Armenia, which was illegally stationed there. It's about 10,000 people. They will have to leave. They don't belong there. They are from Armenia. They're citizens of the Republic of Armenia. They're present as a part of the military contingent illegally occupying our land.
And they can leave safely?
Yeah, they're living now. Yeah. They're living now in accordance with the agreement. You could see, by the way, some of the people who are living are them. Then there are, of course, people who have nothing to fear because, yes, they're young, maybe they participated in as a paramilitary and all this. If they put down their arms, there is an amnesty for them. That's what was stipulated that President Aliyev, President of Azerbaijan, said directly and publicly. And then, of course, those people, and I'm pretty sure it's a very small number of people, who have directly participated in massacres and war crimes, they will have to pay a certain price for what they've done directly. But that goes only for the people.
What does that mean?
Well,
you're going to round them up?
There will be investigation, and we already issued several warrants internationally before for the people who have committed war crimes directly, who are directly involved, and we have a proof of that.
And they'll be treated properly under the terms of the Geneva Convention?
Of course, they will be going to the judicial system.
Why?
But it's a small number. That does not concern the majority of the population.
We've heard that the UN hasn't been given proper access to monitor the situation, to monitor human rights, to monitor the humanitarian situation. Why is that?
First of all, it's a very fluid situation. Second, International Committee of Red Cross is there. ICRC is on the ground. They're accompanying people getting out. They're helping to bring in fuel. They're helping to see that everything is okay. We have an agreement. Our government just met with the ICRC officers. That is an international organization. Second, there is a presence of the Russian peacekeeping contingent. Again, it's not a very...
observers?
This is a sovereign territory of Azerbaijan. We're trying to sort the situation.
But if you've nothing to hide...
We don't have anything to hide. We don't have anything to hide. ICRC is there. The International Committee of Red Cross is not an Azerbaijani organization. It's an international organization. So it's on the ground.
If you've nothing to hide, why can't independent international journalists go in? We've been told we're not allowed in.
I'm not sure about that. We need to look into this because journalists usually go to this area. They will see. But remember, it's not very safe. The latest trigger of the situation was a landmine explosion where civilians died. There's a photo of Armenian forces retreating and throwing mines around just on the ground. So, I mean, we have to make sure it's safe.
But you'd be happy for our team to go in if need be?
No, why not? Yes.
OK. And the future of Karabakh?
Future of Karabakh region is integration, hopefully, with the Azerbaijani society. Our citizens, hopefully of Armenian descent as well, joining the prosperity of the region. Well, this is the most important thing. We need to move forward. We need to build a region where nations work together, where we have a peace and a lasting peace agreement with Armenia. We've done that with Georgia. We've done it with other neighbors. Armenia should stop looking from the outside. They should stop looking outside the region. They should work with us. We're their neighbors. We're staying
You
there.
believe there can be peace?
Of course there can be peace. There was peace in Europe after World War II. People nuked each other and they're still friends. And why can't we? I mean, why there was no chance for Armenians and Azerbaijanis to be friends? We've been living next to each other for centuries. We could do it again.
OK. We're out of time, I'm afraid, but we appreciate you coming in, Ambassador. Thank you.
Thank you very much.